That's good. It's nice to meet you. I'm Collab. I'm gonna be your photographer today, okay? Alright. So, I know JB sent you over here, right? She's real wonderful at what she does. Yeah. How was your time with her? Yeah, she's absolutely great. Couldn't do it without her, honestly. Yeah, so she had mentioned that we were doing a tympanic membrane shoot today. Right. So that's primarily what you do, right? Yeah, that's really cool. I don't know that I've heard of that before, but your name does sound very familiar, so it's possible I've seen your work anyway. Yeah, so I've got my camera here. I'm just gonna go ahead and get that out and get it ready to go. Okay, all right. So I think I use this one's or that. This one or that one. You know what? I think I'm gonna stick with that one. Okay. Alright. Okay, so I just want to make sure all my bits and bobs are here. Okay. Alright, very good. Everything is as it should be. You never know. There are times where I've showed up to a photo shoot and I didn't even bring my camera. So, I just want to review the brief real quick, if you don't mind. So, I know you can tell me a little bit, but let's see. There we go. Okay. So it looks like they're using these photos they want to use for some textbook work and some advertising work as well. Okay, so we can do that. And it doesn't say if they want any miscellaneous photos here, but I think just for fun, since I haven't worked with a tympanic membrane model before, we'll go ahead and we'll take some extras and we'll see if they want to keep them or not for any other purposes. Okay? That sound alright? Okay. So, I like to be very hands-on, and usually, you know, there's a makeup artist, there's somebody to make sure that everything's great, your hair's okay, you know, but I really like to be on it myself. So I kind of want to just take a look at you myself and do any touch-ups as needed and go from there, okay? So I may touch your ears a little bit. Is that okay? Alright, that's great. I won't pull too hard. I just want to make sure that I know what we're working with here. Okay. Oh, these are some pretty gorgeous ears you got going on. I can see why you're the best. Alright, so it looks like just from the right over, there is a little bit of a dust cast on your ears. So I think really before we get too detailed into it, I want to brush that off a little bit. And then there were some notes regarding some measurements. I don't know if you've had your measurements taken before. Okay, yeah, I think they wanted some photos with a ruler as well for scale, but I do want to do a little bit of measuring just so we have that data. Okay, so So let's go ahead and get you cleaned up first, though, right? Okay, so this should feel quite luscious, I think. These are absolutely buttery soft brushes that I have. And I'm just going to take a little swirl with the brushes on your ears just to get off any little hairs, any dirt, any dust. Okay? Just from what you accumulated since you came over here, okay? I'm just going to give you a nice good dusting. Nice good dusting. Okay. Was there anything in particular that struck you about being a tympanic membrane model? Yeah, anything that really made you think, yes, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do when I grow up. Ah, so you've always been complimented on your tympanic membranes. Okay, and one person in particular mentioned that you should be a model. Hey, that's not a bad thing at all. That's a great origin story. It's funny how sometimes we don't realize the qualities we possess, the extraordinary qualities we possess, unless someone points it out to us. Yeah. So it's funny that doctor helped to launch your career. A very successful one as well. Yeah. So I'm just doing this very general brushing, but I am going to do a little bit more finer detail work as well. I love these large, lush brushes, but sometimes it's difficult to get really into those small little cracks and crevices. Yeah. So I think, okay, so I'll put that one down and we'll grab a smaller one. Okay, so this one I think will do quite nicely, and I'll just go ahead and brush off the remaining bits of debris. How does that feel for you? Okay, so the pressure is not too bad. Luckily, it's quite difficult to offend someone when brushing their ears, unless you really get into some more sensitive parts. I know people don't really like the brush inside the ear canal unless they're already expecting it. But definitely around the ear, oh yeah. Yeah, that's a key to some people's hearts, I think. There we go. Okay, and just a little bit around as well. Swirling the brush to break up any remaining bits. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and work on the other side. When JB told me that you were on my roster for photographing today, I was quite excited. It's not often that I get to do something that's real eclectic or just real abstract for me. So I loved the idea instantly. And I had the agent send over the brief, what they wanted, and here we are. So I think it was a match made in heaven, yeah. Just just going to finish that up, and then we'll do a little bit of measuring. Won't be anything crazy, but I've got a ruler here. One of those nice flexible ones. So I'm just going to be taking your measurements. So generally I use a little metal one, but they wanted more broad measurements, and I feel like this one will do the trick. So just want to make sure. Okay. Alright, that'll do. So I'm going to be very careful, and just going to come in and lay the ruler along the ear here, and from the top of the helix to the bottom of the lobe. Looks like we're coming in at about 2.5 inches right there. Okay. And let's see, I want to do from there to there. That's 1.5 inches there. Okay, and then we do from the bottom right there. That comes in at about 3/4. Okay. All right. Okay. Alright, that looks good. Let me see. I think there's only one more measurement on this side that I need to do. I just need to match that up right there. Okay, and we're gonna be at about 2 3/4. Okay. Alright, and for the other side, let's see. Okay, so this one comes in about 2 3/4. Okay. Okay, and then one more. There we go. Okay. Alright, that's just the same with the other side. Okay. Very good. Alright. So let's go ahead and work on a little bit of, I don't want to do anything crazy, but I do want a little bit of highlight and a little bit of contour. So I think, okay, that'll be good. So we're gonna start with this little brush here. And just gonna tap into that, and let's go in right here. Okay, and here. I'm just deepening the shadows a bit and bringing a little bit of the highlight just to give it a more dramatic look. I want to be able to really tell what parts are what. And the best way I can do that is by making them more defined. Just pop a little right in here. Won't take too long, probably a few minutes. Luckily, ears are not very big at all, so I think that'll be all right. And we're gonna pop in a little bit of highlight. I've got a little flat brush that I'll just dab that into. And just gonna tap that into the skin, and then we'll blend it all. Doing okay? I know this is a little more hands-on than you thought it was gonna be, huh? Okay. All right. And then we're just gonna blend that a little bit, okay? And then we will go ahead and commence. There we go. All right, I like how that is looking. Yeah, just a little bit contour, a little bit of highlight. It looks pretty great, I think. So finally, we're gonna move on to your photo shoot, okay? All right. So we're gonna grab the camera. And take off the little protector. Clean off the lens. There we go. I love cleaning off the lens. It's nice to see it just shine right up. All right. I'm going to turn that on. And let's see. I think I want this to be a touch on the cooler side. Okay, so white balance is set. I'm just going to do a little test here. Okay, alright, I think that's all good. So I am just gonna have you sit still and I'm gonna do all the work, okay? I'll let you know if you need to do anything, but for now, Just relax, alright? Okay, so I think first let's go ahead and get that photo with the ruler for scale. Okay, I'm just gonna put that up to your ear. And snap. And snap. Okay. Okay, and the other side. There we go. There we are. Okay. Now that we got those out of the way, we can get into some actual photography. Alright. There we go. Okay, I think I'm just going to, if you don't mind, I want to relax this ear a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of mold it a little bit. I just want that real relaxed and open so we can get the full picture of your tympanic membrane. Okay. There we go. Alright. Let's go again. You ever get nervous working on a photo shoot? Like for whatever reason you just won't be able to bring whatever they need? It's pretty easy, yeah. Yeah, I think as long as you can handle just people messing with your ears all the time, be a pretty good gig, yeah. I think we're gonna give this ear a little break, okay? Move on to the other. Let's see. Just gonna open this one up a little. drinks or snacks or anything, just let me know. I know how long these photo shoots can get. I always bring whole pantry essentially. So just let me know. This one's almost a little more pliable than the other. They have a really good quality to them, if that's not too weird to say. Yeah, you've heard that before. You have really nice ears. Yeah, definitely the right ears to be a tympanic membrane model, that's for sure. Okay, let's keep going. We're going to do a few more on this side, and then I just want to review the brief real quick and get anything that we might have missed. And then maybe we can do some fun ones, okay? Alright. So I just want to review this real quick. If you want to take a breather, you're more than welcome to. Alright, let's see. Okay. So I think we right, so I think we've got a little bit more to go with the brief, and then we'll move on. All right. I know. So here, let me just give you a little melding here. Did they happen to tell you what your pictures are going to be used in? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I've gotten plenty of people that said they were shooting stock photos and then it ends up like on a billboard or something. Which, yes, technically, that would be for stock photos, but at the same time, they'll like look up in their city and realize their face is right in front of them. Yeah, it's a little unnerving if you're not prepared for it, I guess. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and get these last few pictures here. then we're supposed to get some ultra high def, ultra close photos as well. Okay, so I'm gonna be unnaturally close. Alright, I just want to let you know. So let me just get a little closer. I know this is very, very close. Okay, brief's a brief though. So here we go. Alright, you ready? Alright. Okay, I'm done with that side. I think that'll about do it. That's twice as many photos as I asked for, so at least a few of those will turn out okay, I think. Okay, so we've done the initial brief here, but I always like to do just some funsy ones because why not? We're already here, and you know, digital film to a point runs out, but not when I start with a new SD card. So let's see. I'm gonna change some settings here. There we go. I like to do a bit of whimsy, you know? So I'm thinking if I move your ears like so. There we go. So open at the top. There we go. And pressed a bit together near the bottom. There we go. And just going to manipulate the tragus a bit. Okay. Alright, I think that's the look I want. So let's go ahead and sit still. Right, let's do a little bit of that. There we go, nice. Almost need a bit of a counterbalance here. There we go. I always love a good above shot. these numbers. I think we're almost done. I think so. Let's see. Just want to bring that up a little bit higher. Okay, and actually I'm just going to take the remnants of our contour here. I smudged it a bit. And just deepen that a little bit. Okay, just like that. Alright, straight on. Alright, I think that'll do it. I just want to review real quick. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Alright. And there we are. Just want to polish up the lens a little bit. And pop on that protective little strip there. Okay. You fulfilled your brief, and then we did quite a few what I like to call miscellaneous shots. I'll have to get those out so we can edit them and we can send them to whoever needs them. Okay? Yeah, so from here I don't really think there's not really anything else that I need you to do for me, okay? Yeah, so I really appreciate you coming in today. I've never been able to work with such an esteemed tympanic membrane model, and it was an honor, really. So if you want to head out whenever you'd like, okay? Alright, thank you again for letting me do this. Really appreciate it. So I hope you have a whale of a day and a good rest of your night. Thank you.